Hello, now we're back online and we're now going to go through the process of applying for a spouse visa. So let's get started online. And we got it, apply for a spouse visa UK. Let's click on that link. And we have here family visas, apply, extend or switch. And notice it says you must be able to prove one of the following. You're in a civil partnership or marriage that's recognised in the UK. That's what we're dealing with right now. Let's click on that. Now, as we can see, as we scroll down, we can see it says to apply as a partner, you and your partner must obviously be over 18. And then it goes into the different categories, which I've already mentioned. British citizen, settled status, which is ILR, or you'll be in another category as a work visa, or you could even have humanitarian protection or refugee status, or alternatively you're in one of the EU settlements categories. Let's keep scrolling down here, and it says what you need to prove. And as I said, what we're dealing with, either your civil partnership or marriage that's recognised in the United Kingdom. And you say you must be able to prove you have a good knowledge of English and to meet the financial requirements. Let us continue to scroll down there. This is how to prove your relationship, and it goes through a list of documentary evidence, and we've already touched on that, so we summarise that. How long can you stay? It says you can stay for 2 years and 9 months. Outside the UK, you must apply online from outside the UK. So now that's, or there is a link there in the UK, but we're going to assume that it's an out of country application, which in case that means that the applicant is outside the UK. Let's click on that. We've got 2 categories, Appendix FM Partner or Appendix FM Children. Let's click on Partner. Then it says here, select a country to provide your biometrics. So let's just assume, okay, let's put in another country which is outside the United Kingdom. I'm going to put Jamaica. Could be any country, actually. But, just Jamaica. And here we can see what it's saying. It says, I have identified the location where I would like to provide my biometrics. Okay, so if that's the location where you are resident and you'd like to provide your biometrics, or alternatively you can also choose a different location. If you're, for example, you're resident there for whatever reason, you may have a work permit. And we're just going to assume that we're just going to apply from the location where the applicant actually resides. I to enter the UK as a partner? So as we scroll down, so again they've gone through what the sponsor needs to be British, settled. Gone through that, haven't we? How long, the length of time that they can stay. And before you start, they have stipulated that you need to be aware of eligibility criteria, which we've already mentioned, the evidence, the fees, and how long it will take for your application to be considered. It's normally in the region of around 3 to 6 months. So here they go how to apply. They list to complete the application form, pay the visa fees, pay the health surcharge, provide biometrics, provide your TB test if you're from a country where you must provide the TB test. You can also, once you've logged onto your application, and you can always return to it if you don't have all the information, that's an option available. And then we click on the button here, apply now. Now you have to register an email address. Okay, so I'm going to use my company's email address, which is info@firstprecedent.com. Put in a password. And then click save and continue. Then an email goes to that address and you need to click on that link in order to continue. All right. So it's got here, it's who does this email address belong to. If you're the applicant, you would obviously put that it's yourself, or alternatively, if somebody else is doing it for you, for example, a legal representative, they may enter their details here. But just for example, just to show you, I'm just going to click on this link. Do you have another email address? I'm just going to click no. But before that, I'm just going to want to quickly run you through the different stages. All right, we're not going to go through all of these, but this gives you a good insight here to what is actually required, and then you get an email which actually, as I said to you, they want to just check that it's actually your email address, and you'll need to click on that link. All right, so you've got finance, documents, declarations, pay, further actions. All right, now do you have another email address? I'm just going to click no, and then our telephone number here. I'm going to put our landline number. Okay. You can also, so I've just put the landline number. Where do you use this number? I've clicked here for use whilst in the UK. Select whether this is your home, mobile or telephone number. And I've checked the box, it's a business telephone number, but obviously you would tick the appropriate box. Now it says, do you have any other telephone numbers? So just, I said, just for example here, just to illustrate, just for illustration purposes, I'm just going to click no. And then you've got the option, are you able to be contacted by telephone? I can be contacted by telephone calls and text messages. I can only be contacted by telephone calls, or I can be contacted by text messages, or I cannot be contacted by telephone calls or text messages. So it's up to you. I'm just going to go for the first option and click save. Now, as I said, we're on to the second section in the application. Now you must put your full name, and I'm just going to use my name here, Jacqueline Daly. Okay, so you put your, this is the applicant's details that needs to go here. You click save and continue. And then in addition to the names already provided, are you now or have you ever been known by another name? So this could be if you've just, you just got married, you're using your marital name and you want to mention your maiden names, you can sort of put that there. I'm clicking no. And then you have the question, on what basis you're applying. You see, what is your relationship status? So you'd be married or civil partner. Click save and continue. Here, now you just put your address details in. I'm going to put the address of the office, which is Interchange House, 81 to 85 Station Road, West Croydon. Postcode CR02RD. Of course, actually, the first detail should be first precedent and visa services. So let's just get this right. May we use this address to contact you about your application, including after it has been decided. So if you are making the application yourself as an individual, obviously you would put yes. If it's been made by a legal representative, then they would have already entered their details. Now we go on to the property. You would say how long you've lived at the address. This is, remember, the applicant's details here. So, for example, if they are residents, they are nationals, Jamaican nationals, or Ghanaian nationals, it doesn't really matter. I'm just, just giving you putting up the applicant now probably living at a property that they rent. So they want to know that information. They want to know where the applicant has been living and how long. And if it's under 3 years, you will probably need to put the address where you were resident prior to that date. Do you have a valid national ID card? Many countries do have that. but I'm just going to click here, no. So here we have the applicant put in details about their country of nationality, where they were born, the place where they were born, and their date of birth. Okay, and don't forget, I did indicate that if you wanted to save the application, you can do that, supposing you don't have all the information. So suppose, for example, that the sponsor is actually filling in all the details, and he or she may not have, information about where his partner was born and so forth. So need to liaise with him or her, check. And you can always, as I said, return to this application later by clicking on this bottom here, this link here, and this link comes up, and then you can you've got the option of emailing this link directly to your email address. And it says here, look, you must return to your application within 10 weeks or it will be deleted. And there's also the option there to download your part completed application form. So I'm going to just click on returning this email link here, and you sign out. Now I hope that's given you a good insight and an understanding how the actual process works. You can, as I said, perfectly fine if you want to do the application on your own, or alternatively you might need a little bit of help and support, then we are always here to you can contact us at info@firstpresident.com. Okay, so I hope you've found this video useful, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Thank you.